Super excited to be back amongst such amazing members, being part of Angeles Investors, an amazing organization with an amazing mission to find, fund, and grow the top Latino-led startups. And events like this and organizations and an organization like this wouldn't be possible with the amazing corporate partners and sponsors that we have. And we're lucky today to be at the offices of JP Morgan. Beautiful views, beautiful dinner. And JP Morgan has been an amazing partner to these organizations since the very beginning. And there's one specific person that's really been there, and we want to welcome Alejandro Manzanero, a great partner, great friend to Angeles, and make these things possible. Please welcome Alejandro Manzanero, VP of Business Growth.
Thank you. Sounds like the famous, ¿verdad? Alejandro Manzanero, no? Okay, the very famous Alejandro Manzanero. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Welcome to our JP Morgan Chase 560 Mission Office. My title, Vice President and Head of Business Growth and Entrepreneurship for the firm's Advancing Hispanics and Latinos Center of Excellence. We have 7 centers of excellence, each one focused on different communities. I lead our business growth and entrepreneurship portfolio of sponsorships. I work very closely with our good friends at Latino Business Action Network, Angeles, LCDA, Latino Leaders, among others, Latino Ventures, Latitude Ventures. Now, recently, we're starting to work more closely together. It's a big deal that we're here. We're trying to always make sure that the sponsorships that we do have the business as the tip of the spear. The data is clear. Here today, if you're an angel investor member, we have our private banking team with Brandon Hyken here. If you need someone to speak to, we just bought, if you're a founder, and if you're looking for a cap table solution, we just bought another company from Ireland called Global Shares, free cap table. We got Hamlet all the way in the back. So if you're looking for free cap table solutions, it's over there in the back. And like that, we have a myriad of others. A resource says, please talk to our bankers, talk to our teams. We want to make sure that we're capturing as much business impact from this event as we can. And with that, I'm going to pass it to a very special gentleman, which needs no introduction, actually, because I'm not from these parts. Juan Gutierrez leads our startup banking team in the West Coast. And he's been an amazing partner to me, particularly from day one. So I've been with the firm for 2 years. And he's been a great partner to work with, and I'm sure he has a lot of great things to say. So with that, Juan Gutierrez, everyone.
Thank you, Alejandro, and welcome all of you to our private client center here at JP Morgan. So this is 560 Mission. This is where we house our entire line of business for JP Morgan. We have the private bank. You heard from Brandon earlier. I lead the startup banking group at JP Morgan. We sit within the commercial bank. And we aim to make change, not because of the products. I think any bank can has a checking account. They can provide a little bit of debt capital somewhere along the way to founders. It's the connections to wonderful investors like Angeles. It's that powerful connection to other potential clients. And we have a few folks here in the room that I'd also like to highlight. So Brandon got highlighted earlier because of the private banking expertise. A second-time founder knows the importance of estate and tax planning because they might have gotten beat up a little bit when they got that big check at the end of the year by not doing proper estate and tax planning early on before the exit. That's where Brandon can come in and add a ton of value. We also have a massive client base. So when we make connections, a lot of times founders like connections to debt or equity. But there's another source of capital, which is called revenue. It's kind of important. Yeah, we like that one. And that's where I'd love to highlight Vanessa, coming from LA. So she is the one that makes great connections to founders, to potential clients that bank with JP Morgan. So this is, again, it's part of the powerful network with JP Morgan. I'd also like to highlight Nicole Prevost, a critical part of my team here in startup banking in San Francisco. She is as well connected as anybody that I've met in my 17 years at JP Morgan, Chicago, LA, 8 years now in San Francisco. Talk to Nicole. These are the connections that we make, but this is also to celebrate the Angelus 100. Congratulations to all of the founders. I see how hard all of you work. Comes to mind, Sam, Arthur. Love to see the hustle that you guys bring to the table. Love the energy, the ethics that you bring to the table, and the future outlook for tomorrow's founders. So today's founders are tomorrow's LP and GP base. Again, I'd love to welcome you. Love to welcome you here to our JP Morgan Private Client Center. Enjoy lunch. I could talk forever, but let's pause there. Look forward to meeting you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Juan. Well, as I mentioned it in the beginning of our programming, today is the day of unity, learning, and celebration. And I feel very honored because I'll get to introduce amazing trailblazers. You know, Angeles Investor is also on a mission to enhance the Latino narrative, and I feel that's very needed in this ecosystem. So without further ado, we're gonna continue with showcasing 10 amazing founders that are killing it. So join me. So we'd like to welcome our first one, who is Alembic.
If you're in the room, come in and give us a 1-minute remark.
Do we have Beyond Barriers?
Hello, my name is Monica Marquez. I'm the co-founder and chief learning officer of Beyond Barriers. And we are thrilled to be able to say that we are the first career fitness platform driven by AI to help organizations get the most out of their talent and help them navigate the corporate culture and get more women and BIPOC professionals in the C-suite roles. I have 25 years of experience in leadership development and diversity, equity, and inclusion. I worked at Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, EY, and Google. And everywhere I went in my leadership roles trying to create this type of programming, we always ran into barriers where we couldn't scale that programming and reach as, you know, all of the marginalized groups because of bandwidth or because there was no platform or no budget. So I finally decided to quit my job after getting to Google and realizing even Google couldn't figure out how to scale it. I left and decided to build what I'd been looking for. So I'm pleased to be here. Thank you for the recognition. You know, we are mainly a B2B organization, but we are soft launching with our new app that's releasing on Apple and Google Play in the next couple of weeks, soft launching B2C, because we have lots of people knocking at our door saying, my company's not sponsoring this program. How can you help me get ahead in my career? So that is what we do.
Eunisa Genix.
Do we have Eunisa Genix in the room? Let's give an applause. Next one, Factor It.
Hi, everyone. Very nice to meet you. I'll be very quick so that you can go back to enjoy your lunches. Israel Neeson, co-founder and CEO of Factored. What Factor does is we find the absolutely most brilliant, passionate data scientists, AI engineers, machine learning engineers, data engineers in Latin America. And we build remote teams from Latin America for US companies. We do that for some of the biggest companies in Silicon Valley. We have about 240 engineers. We have people in Colombia, it's our biggest country, then Brazil, Argentina, Peru, where I'm from, Uruguay, Chile, pretty much Guatemala, Mexico, all over Latin America, except for Costa Rica. For some reason, we don't have Costa Rica, but we have Paraguay even. And so the idea behind that was there's a shortage of talent here in the US, particularly in the world of AI and data science. Latin America has brilliant pool of talent that's been overlooked. And some of us who are at this table, Latin Americans, are lucky enough to come and pursue our careers here in the US. And others who are not lucky, they don't no longer have to sort of immigrate. We're gonna pay them well, we're gonna give them world-class training, and we're gonna give them world-class career opportunities. And so that's what we do. And thank you.
Journey Track, an Angeles portfolio company.
Hi there, everyone. Ania Rodriguez here. Angeles is on my cap table, so thank you for those that gave money last year. Journey Track is a customer experience journey mapping platform. We were just rated the highest top performer in G2. It's used by Fortune 500s, a lot of enterprise companies, a lot of financial services, big companies like Mass Mutual, Prudential, name a few, are using it to help map their end-to-end experiences, a customer journey. So a little bit of what the gentleman from Google talked about earlier today, or Carlos. So basically helping them understand how to have better experiences and map our experiences so that we have a great experiences with their products and services. Thank you so much for having me.
Lasso, my friend Juanma Barrero, do we have you here in the room? He was here, right? Let's give an applause to Lasso. Not to be biased, they're killing it.
Linker Finance, another Angeles portfolio company, and great friends.
Thank you so much. I'm Claudia, co-founder of Linker Finance. We are a digital banking platform focused on community banks. We offer a suite of integrations and different modules we enhance. We're here to helping them and enhance their experience, and they can bring a better user experience to their users. Thank you so much. Thanks for Angeles. They've been with us since day one. We just want more Latinos on the in this area and in these meetings. Thank you so much.
Do we have Listo? We have Listo.
First of all, Angeles, thank you for having us here. Blessed. JP Morgan, thank you for hosting. It's always great to see, like-minded community get together for this. So really quick, Samuel Ulloa, originally, born in Jalisco, raised in Sacramento Valley. And growing up, it was hard to make ends meet because both of my parents lacked access to credit. Neither of them had any credit histories. So when we were at Stanford, we're like, hey, this doesn't feel very inclusive. Why don't we speak with all the major institutions, figure out why we're not getting access to credit? It turns out it was a problem of access to data. And then also cost of acquisition was too high, right? Because you had to meet with them face to face. So at the time, this is 2005, we started using algorithms to predict creditworthiness. Long and behold, did well. We crushed it during the financial crisis, took the company public in 2019. I left before then, but we were onto something in the early days. So Listo is a platform today that is trying to have a much bigger impact, much bigger scale. And we're building technologies that uses data to democratize access to responsible financial services, mostly focused on the underserved communities, starting with the Latinx community, which we all know is by far the fastest emerging market in the US. So thank you once again for having us here. Blessed, and thank you.
Neurable, another Angeles company, and I'll have to point out, if you get a chance, do a demo of his product while he's here.
Awesome, thank you all. Before I talk about our company, though, I want to spend about like 45 seconds talking about what it means to be Latino, because it matters a lot to me. Right, when not a lot of you know this story, but this is also why it means so much that you guys backed me. When I was about 5 years old, my dad came to the United States illegally. He actually crossed the border, and he worked as an apple picker, right? He even has a scar on his head when he fell out of a tree. He did this essentially. He sacrificed his life in Mexico to give me and my sister an opportunity, right? This is what immigration means. It means to risk something for something greater. And what I think is beautiful is just seeing the faces of so much diversity inside this room, because I know that every one of you has a story like that too. right? And so I really appreciate the investment that you made in our company, because that's your way of helping people reach their dreams also, right? For me, Neurable isn't just a startup that I have, it's a mission. It's a mission to really change how people better understand themselves and their mind. There's people, for example, who don't even know that they have Alzheimer's or Parkinson's until 10 years into the disease, right? It's a mission also for my family, because they sacrificed so much for me to be here today too. And all of that culmination of my life's work, my family's work, and the value of what we could do to change the world is what our company is focused on today. And essentially what we enable is we enable people to better understand their brain by bringing brain sensors to devices like this. It's a pair of headphones that has these silver bands on the inside. And these headphones can record data at the same level as a medical grade EEG system, which they normally use for epilepsy, right? So now we can bring all these incredible discoveries and innovations that were trapped inside laboratories out into the world. This is my immigration story. That's what Neurable represents to me. This is my risk for something bigger that I'm bringing to the world. And I just want to say thank you for being there to back me too.
Up next, we got Noble Capital. Noble Capital. Let's give an applause to Noble Capital.
We have Storybook app. Anybody from Storybook? I haven't seen them today, so let's give them an applause.
Up next, we got the Every Company. The Every Company.
Why Scott?
Ivo, are you in the room? Probably sleeping, right?
Too much fun last night.
Too much fun last night. And just quickly to echo to Ramses' words, I'm sure that if we are here, it's because we care about community. And I'm a great believer that each of us carry a testament of collaboration. So I'll encourage you on stepping up and take the role of active collaborator and not just a spectator this day, and support the founders in the room and encourage and advise them. So thank you.
Angeles 100 is a recognition where we aim to celebrate the top 100 startups in our ecosystems. And these are companies all the way from seed to like later stage, Series C, Series D. Like here's the full list. We'll have a report online. You are welcome to download it, check it out, share it. And this is the culmination of months of all of our amazing advisors looking at great companies and selecting that great representation of the Hispanic spirit, of the immigrant community. And I echo my colleague here, like we encourage you to not be only an spectator, but to step into the ring and support these amazing founders and stories. And before we break, if we had any startup founders that we didn't mention in the room. Just double checking. But welcome you, please download the report and share it loud and proud. Because if we don't celebrate our successes, nobody else is gonna do it for us.
That's right, we gotta do it collectively. Move forward.
Like Angeles in the Neurable website, and you can actually pick up one of these pieces of history for 15% off. So always be selling.
So now we'll have 40 minutes for people to network, take pictures, meet the founders. So let's do what we do best, and be a community, get to know each other. And I challenge you, go talk to any of these amazing founders, go meet somebody that you haven't met yet, and go and stop and say hello to our amazing sponsors at JP Morgan. So
be out of your comfort zone.